Quick timeout on the West Ohio Sports Network. Chris Parks with you here. Time to get you caught up on a Saturday full of action all over the area here. Let's start first with some soccer. The Ottawa Glandorf girls off to a great start so far this season. PG senior Megan Mag has helped the Rockets to an unbeaten start as they look to win 2 conferences this fall. Her story is now on tonight's OIO Prep Profile. Welcome to your source for all things high school football. Week number 3 here on Marks Madness. Mark Miller and Chris Parks joining you once again for 15 minutes of football conversation. Great topics coming up today here. Rewind 2 seasons ago when Mason Atchison was on the offensive line of the Ada football program. Now here in present time, he's a starting quarterback as a senior, and the Bulldogs are a perfect 8-0. Cerebral palsy can certainly limit what the body can do physically, but for Alex, he still does a ton of things. Indoors, outdoors, you name it, he can do it. Back one final time at the Schottenstein Center, Tyson McLaughlin, the head coach of the OG Titans. What a nail-biter. Comes down to overtime. Big 3-throw there by TJ Metzger. Our WOSN volleyball tournament of the weekend coming to you from Kalida. Opening round match between Spencerville and Kenton around 11, followed by the championship between Bath and Fairview. Here's a few of the highlights from the day at Kalida. Bath 2-0 on the day, looking for their 3rd straight win and some T-shirts and trophies to go along with that.
T-shirts?
You better believe it.
That is a well-run tournament.
3rd set tied up at 1. Asia Curtis punches this to the back line to tie the match at 15 in that 3rd set. Then Kirsten Davis, a 6-footer, gets up and gets down with a huge slam. Davis now on the serve. Apaches had a tough time all afternoon returning her serves. How about an ace for the senior? Towards the end of the match now, Danielle Van Dyne takes over, scores a cross-court kill as Bath goes up by 2, 20-18 at this point. Then the senior tips with the left hand as Bath completes their Saturday with a 3-0 record as they take down Fairview in 3 sets. Jerry Brown with those gloves, he'll throw it deep over the middle as a receiver. Diving catch at the 2-yard line. Cody Wilson. 3 seconds to go. Myers is going to have to launch. She fires one off the backboard and in as time expires. What a shot. Alex Levesque is just like any other active teenager. He's social, outgoing, and loves all kinds of activities. But unlike his fellow peers, he's held back by a disorder, cerebral palsy.
Started having issues when he was first born. He had seizures and has been on seizure medicine. As of 2001, didn't have any seizures. And it affects his legs. He's done OTPT and speech.
CP can affect a wide range of body parts and normally is diagnosed at birth. For Alex, he doesn't let this slow him down. The sports fanatic cheers all the time for his mom's alma mater, Macomb.
You know, I think our team even played harder, you know, just for him and knowing that he was there rooting. And, you know, that's why we feel he was the #1 fan, you know, for Macomb this year. And while the disease certainly has limitations, there's absolutely no shortage of smiles and positive energy this youngster brings to the team.
He comes up to us, give us high fives, and he'll give you 6 or 7 high fives before you realize you're like, hey, Alex, you gave me like a high five like 8 times now. But he's a good kid, and he really gives us a little inspiration to play for.
He truly touched our hearts, and we touched his heart by basically letting him feel like he's part of our team because all the recognition we've given him for going to every game.
Alex was rewarded Macomb's #1 fan this season at the football banquet, and he watched his idol Jerry Brown run for a ton of touchdowns on a nightly basis, and he formed a close bond with the Panther star.
Jerry has that type of personality. Kids are attracted to Jerry, and he's really good with them. But all the players, you know, treat him well.
You can bet those guys, and Jerry included, will watch Alex compete now and in his spring sports ahead.
He's in Special Olympics bowling, and I went and watched him over in Lima, and he did pretty good. I was surprised. It just like every time I see him like doing sports stuff, it just touches my heart, and I get happy.
All the boy wants to do is be able to run. He participates in Special Olympics. He does all that stuff. He doesn't let anything hold him back from what the problems he has.
A strong message we can take with us in our daily lives.
You know, anytime we're down and think, hey, we got it tough, you know, all you had to do was look at Alex and realize, hey, this kid's doing it, and that seemed to pump our team up.
Levesque still has surgeries to go on his legs, and through hard work and personal training continues to improve as the days go on. With the energetic and fun-loving 14-year-old, I'm Chris Parks with the Sports Report. It was a low-scoring affair in this one all throughout the game. Second quarter, 8-4 Tigers leading. Redskins, Jordan Bender bending his way into the lane, cuts the deficit down to 2. Jackson Center then goes on a run. Andy Hoying finding Eric Ryder, easy 2, makes it 10-6. Jackson Center up by 4. More black and orange. Trey Elkert to a wide open Troy Opperman. He won't miss that. 12-6. Lead grows to 6. And Alex Meyer connecting with Opperman. He'll go along the baseline, converts on the floater. 14-6. Timeout St. Henry. Skins needing some offense. Ryan Mikesell, the freshman, give and go with Kyle Stahl. Lots of contact and the foul. 3-point play, 14-9. Runners on the corners for the Cats. Ryan Hoying up, strange play here, lines out to short. Throw to first, the double off Huber sails high, and Peppelman able to score, makes it a 4-3 game. Crowell on the mound, runner on third. Big strikeout for out number 2. Looking for out number 3 from the wind, and the freshman blows it by the next batter. Back-to-back Ks. Knights would add one more in the 7th, and Crestview wins the Division IV state title 6-2, the final score. Second time in the school's history, and of course, everyone in attendance, all the Knight fans, the players, coaches, incredibly happy for the day.
With so much to choose from, gotta put in an honorable mention from just 2 weeks ago. Fort Loramie and the Marion local girls tied at 75, just a couple seconds left in the game, and Darian Rose, the steal, down the floor and converts as time expires, giving the Skins a 77-75 win at the hangar. Number 5, Fort Recovery and St. Mary's boys hoops, one of our many rebroadcast games. Fourth quarter, after a missed shot, Wade Galehouse, former OIO prep profile, comes down the lane for a thunderous two-handed slam as the Indians won on the road 58-43. Number 4, 2 plays from the Elida tip-off. This from the championship game as Terrence Sullivan, the steal. Senior electrifies the Fieldhouse crowd and his guys as they won in overtime by 2 to claim their second title in school history. Number 3, Tuesday's matchup with Lima Senior and Wapak. Second half, Spartans in their road reds. Trevante Gunn the theft, and it's showtime for the junior as he hopes to help lead the Spartans to a resurgence this winter. Sean Allen's bunch wins their first game of the year, 64-58. Number 2, Kalida and Perry on the same night as the Skins and Spartans. Nearing the end of the first quarter, Jared Poling has it for the Commodores. Launches from 50 feet, and the sophomore splashes at home. But too much Crimson power as Dick Quartercracks and company win by 30. Number 1, back to the tip-off. This from night number 1. LCC leading 51-48 in the closing seconds of the fourth quarter. Dakota Mathias from half court ties the game to force overtime, and the Bulldogs down their next-door neighbors in 2 overtimes, 68-63. What a way to start December, and here's hoping we get more like this next week.
Wapak, their first ever state baseball appearance. West Holmes making their first since 1966. So both of these teams not real familiar with Columbus, but still bring a ton of talent into this game today. Cougars a chance with a 3-pointer to tie this game back up. They have not let it all. Clifton's going to let one go from deep, and Corey right on the money. 13 all.
1-1 with 2 down. Ground ball. That went up the middle. Base hit for Bath. 1 run in. Here comes the second run play at the plate. They've got her. And the Shawnee Indians win it 3-2.